Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
They look like this. Where we partner.
Yeah,
Good at their
exactly.
job.
That's what I have.
All right. So, as you chuck your water,
I need it.
season 2.
A lot of talking.
A lot of talking.
Okay.
I think a lot of season 1 spent a great deal of time putting these characters in a position of opening their world. More people are finding out about who these siblings are, what their powers are. They're letting more people in. In season 2, will the journey turn more inwards into how these characters have changed by people either knowing? I know you have gone through a physical healing and are now like in a place of exploring yourself more emotionally. Just how that plays into what the journey is going to be like for these characters in season 2.
Definitely, because in season 1, right, a lot of it is people not knowing who we are. Now a lot of our closest people in our circle know, right? And so we're not necessarily hiding that. So we're more open to talking about it. So you do find information out that these characters have been holding on themselves, for a long time. And also, it's cool to hear them talk through it and not have to hide it and keep it so close to the sleeve. But with the traumatic incident that happened at the end of last season, that's like the time where I feel like everybody pushes everyone away instead of looking within, because you just want to shut down those feelings sometimes. But in order to get out of that, we do look within, and we've looked within on my character specifically. I mean, I can speak for everyone's character. I've seen the scripts, obviously, and where their arcs are going, their journeys. But I know mine on a way more personal level, and I know that I've looked within into things, and I've pulled things from my life this year that are just like, I don't want to pull, I want to say, get away from me. And at the end of the week, I'm super depleted and I'm done, but it's Karina's writing challenging us, and that's a super interesting question, because that's exactly how I feel. I feel like I'm very revealed and seen this year, and that was happening towards the end of last year, and there's a lot of that this year. Yeah.
You did go through quite an emotional journey last year. What was like the hardest thing for you to film?
God, you know what's so hard is being super emotional, and then like the technicalities of being super, it's like you gotta look this way though, because the light's right there hitting you can't shadow them, the boom's dripping in, so the prison scene was super emotional, but we were in a prison that felt super eerie and creepy, and that helped the whole vibe of the situation. Also, I had a lot of room. I like to pace, and I like to really feel when I'm getting worked up before a scene. And I was running around and like just looking at these cell walls, and they decorated it so beautifully that it felt like I was in an actual, alien-infested prison where they're killing aliens. And that helped get the performance up, But once we did that next scene where me and Max had our showdown at the end of last year, we were just in that small room. I had to keep going outside and like getting away from everything. But that scene was tough because like Julie was directing at Julie Platt, and her and Karina would come in and they'd be like, I know you got more in you, and Julie was just like asking me questions about my mom and doing all these things to just like kind of poke at me, and I broke. And what you see on screen, I couldn't do that. I didn't do that every take. I tried to, but like that's a kid breaking, and I can't do that all the time. But in that moment I did, and that was probably the most difficult but most fulfilling scene.
How much more complicated are your relationships going to be this coming season?
So complicated. I think it's just because people on social media. Just because it's complicated. I'm really excited for everyone to see what's going on this year. I can't reveal that much. I will say, like, Tyler Blackburn and myself, Alex and Michael, the relationship continues. It might be in a different context, but that sexual tension doesn't go away, So it'll be fun. I think it's fun. It's fun doing scenes where that's always kind of there, no matter what you're talking about. And then Maria is like, I think, Michael Guerin's safe place right now, at least. It's a new love, and sometimes new is easier than trying to repair an old broken one.
Yeah.
So Heather Hemmons has been a joy to work with this year, and she really, pushes me, and she, it's gonna be really fun. I just want to be careful about anything I say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I guess.
And on the other side of what she asked, what was the most fun scene to film?
Oh, most fun scene. Don't ever ask that. They're always like, how did you do this? Most fun scene. I don't know. Everything, I have such a good time. I think anytime I get to like maybe give Nathan shit. like I got to say, I don't know, we'll improv lines, or anytime I get to poke, but I really do enjoy fighting. I love that for whatever reason, and I had so much fun. I think it was episode 2 when Nathan punched me, and I go into the jukebox, and then coming up still all cocky and stuff. I have such fun with that. Anytime I can get really physical, cut my hand in a scene just a couple days ago, and I love it. I want that stuff, I want to make it real, and I want to make it, and that's fun to me. That's exciting. So yeah, anytime I can give someone shit or we get a little physical.
Do you have to shave every time you do the flashbacks?
Always and over. Oh yeah. Actually, yeah. Oh no. No, we do have to. They made me shave my chest last year. I never shaved my chest in my life. I didn't think it was gonna grow back. I really didn't think it was gonna grow back. And I prayed, and it grew back. Even more full. Couldn't believe it.
You've been embraced by fans, you're a fan favorite. So I promised I would ask about your merchandise and your newsletter.
Oh, that's so cool. It's Alex. This artist Soli Ali. I saw it on Instagram, and I reached out to her, and she let me use it for a T-shirt. But pertaining this one, this says "Boys will be boys," because I think that's such a BS saying, and it's such a slap on the wrist for male masculinity. And everybody who's reached out to me on Instagram or social media have talked about how the show has opened them up and let them be themselves. So I'm trying to pertain this instead of a slap on the wrist to love and homosexuality and bisexuality, and nobody should have it easier than someone else. We're all the same, and so I'm trying to flip this saying on its head. But yeah, I mean, if the fans weren't so awesome, I don't know if I would come out with merch, So thank you guys. That's a big reason that I'm coming out with it.
When's it coming out?
It's supposed to come out in a couple weeks. I think it will. I don't want to set down a deadline because I might get in there deep. Oh, it's so good.
I always tell him, I'm like, you gotta get massages. And he's like, I'll get one. And then I'm like, get a massage.
Why would I get one when he gives the best? I'm not gonna go pay for it. I get him on set all the time. We gotta go?
Thank
All right,
you.
guys. But,
Thank you.
yeah, thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Very cool. The fans are the best. Couple weeks.